Hello and welcome back to the second gameplay of Clash of Cultures. We're just gonna get started straight away, starting with the tomato player making his move.
So for our first move, we're going to move our settler to explore this region right here. Let's move here and see what's over here. So we got 2 sea tile. Cannot do it this way because my settler will drown, so we'll have to place it this way. There we go. For the second action, we're actually gonna move again to here and see what's over here. We feel like we're gonna explore the whole region as much as we can. So it doesn't matter which way I place it, they're both gonna be legal. And let's see, let's do it this way. And now we have to place the barbarian as well. And for our third action, we're going to spend the 2 food to get the irrigation events. And because it's a yellow border, we increase our happiness level by 1, and we also get a happiness token, which will be represented here, just like any other resources. And with the irrigation events, I can now collect food from these barren regions here and here in future turns when I have a city. And my turn is over now.
It is now Metal People's turn. We're not off to a great start because thanks to the tomato player, we now have a barbarian threat to deal with. But no fear, the barbarians will not attack us unless we draw an event card. For our first action, we're going to spend the 2 food to get new events. We're also going to get the irrigation. We increase the happiness level by 1, and we also get a happiness token. For the second action, we're going to use the happiness token to do a civic improvement. So using the happiness to increase the happiness. And our third action, we're gonna activate this city, collect 2 food right there. And that ends our turn. And now Lemon People shall once again build a glorious culture. But first, we're also gonna spend 2 food to get the irrigation events. And then we also will get a happiness token out of it, which we will use the happiness token right away to do a civic improvement as our second action. And then as our third action, we're going to activate this city to collect 2 food right here. And that ends our turn. So it's now my turn. If anything I learned from last game is I think resources are very important. The more resource, the more you can support your military. So I'm once again going to take a military strategy here. But I'm gonna focus on getting the academy because I think that's the best way to get resources. You get free ideas, which means free advances in the future. But for the first turn, we're gonna do what everybody else is doing, except for the tomato player. I'm gonna spend my 2 food to get the irrigation events, and then I'm gonna use the mood token that I got out of it to do a civic improvement. And I'm also gonna activate the city to collect 2 food again.
Okay, it's Tomato People's turn. For our first action, we're going to found a new city. And we're going to do a civic improvement by spending our mood token to make this city happy. And we're going to activate this city to collect 2 food. And that's it.
For our first action, we should now explore this region. And we have yet another barbarian. I will drown if I do it this way, so it must be placed like this. This does not look very good for us. We have to do the barbarian settlement right here. It seems like we're forced to use military. For our second action, we're going to spend our 2 food to get new events, and this time we'll get the tactics. So we can start moving armies and conquer the barbarians. And we increase our culture level by 1. And we also get a culture token. For the last action, we're going to activate our happy size 1 city to once again get 2 food back. And that ends our turn. It appears exploring doesn't seem like a good option right now. So for this turn, the lemon people will focus on research. And we're going to have to use the size 1 happy city to get some food as well. So first action, spend 2 food to get the engineering events. And we're gonna activate our size 1 happy city to get 2 food back as our second action. And as a third action, spend 2 food again to get sanitation. And we increase the happiness level by 1, and we also get a happiness token. And now we get to refill the top wonder, and we have the Great Library. So we need philosophy as well. Get 2 idea resources when building this wonder, and get 1 idea when the player to your left on his turn gets at least 1 defense that you do not have. Interesting. But nobody in the right mind has enough resource right now to build that. So we have to wait. But my turn is over. So it's green player's turn again. For our first action though, we're going to spend the 2 food to get a new events. We're going to get writing. And we're gonna increase our culture level by 1. And we'll also get 1 culture token as well. And for the second action, we're actually going to activate our size 1 happy city to get 1 food and 1 lumber. That's what we're gonna do. For the final action, we're going to move our settler to explore this region right here. And let's see what it is. So cannot do it this way because my settler would drown, so I have to do it this way. And that's it, my turn's over.
Okay, tomato player's turn. Tomato people's turn, rather. Okay, let's move this. There we go. So for our first action, we're going to spend 2 food to get new events, and we're going to get fishing. So we increase the happiness level by 1, and we'll get another happiness token as well. And for the second action, we're going to activate the size 1 happy city to collect 1 ore and 1 lumber. And for our final action, we're going to activate our size 1 city to collect another food.
Metal people's turn. For our first action, we're going to explore this area right here. I have to place it this way. If I do it this way, my settler will drown. As for my second action, we're going to build a new city right there. As our final action, we're going to activate our size 1 happy city to collect a lumber and an ore, and that will end our turn. This turn, the lemon people will start exploring the outer world. We're going to first explore this region right here. So I had to place it this way, otherwise my settler would drown. I had initially wanted to move again and then found a new city, but now I cannot do it because this is a mountain. Once you move into a mountain, you cannot move on the same turn again. So instead, we're going to activate our size 2 happy city to get some food and get a new event as our third action. So we're collecting 2 food, which we will use right away as our third action to get new events. And we're going to get myth. And now we increase the happiness level by 1, and get a happiness token. Now we must draw an event card. We got Earthquake. All players with at least 3 cities must reduce one of their cities by 1 to 3 sizes, their choice. If a city is reduced but not destroyed, reduce its mood. Keep this card and place all removed city pieces on it. Each city piece is worth 2 victory points to the player who owns the piece. Well, not very useful because nobody has at least 3 cities. And our turn ends. So for our first action, we're going to move the settler right here. And for the second action, we're going to found a new city using the settler. And as our final action, we're going to activate this size 1's happy city to collect an ore and a food.
So we tomato people did not complete any objective this round, and now we're going to get a new free events. We're going to get bartering right here. We increase the happiness level by 1. We also get a mood token as well. And now we must draw an event card right there. So we have the Civil War. If you have any neutral or angry cities with armies, then select one. Remove one army unit from the city and reduce its mood if possible. If you have no such city, then reduce the mood of any one of your cities. Okay, that kind of sucked. So let me see here. I don't have any cities with armies, but I still must select one of them and reduce its mood. So I'm just gonna reduce this size 1 neutral city into an angry city, since they can only do one thing anyways.
We metal people did not complete any objective, but for our free events, we're going to get fishing. And we increase the happiness level by 1. Then we also get 1 happiness token. The lemon people did not complete objective, but for our free events, we're going to get state religion. So now, increase the happiness by 1 and get another happiness token. So we didn't complete our objective this round either. City planner is what we have, and we certainly don't have all 4 construction advances. So that's okay. So for our free events though, we're going to get engineering. We're gonna reveal another wonder. And this time we get great gardens. So it needs irrigation, which we already have. After using the city with this wonder to collect, get 1 food. And as an action, pay 1 mood token to increase the mood of one of your city by 1 step. Okay, pretty good. But now only me and the lemon people can build wonders because we're the only players who has engineering events. And that's it for the first round of Clash of Culture. And I've already drawn the new objective and action card for each of the players, and will show you at the end of the video. And nobody wants to get rid of their size 1 city, and the new first player actually will be the lemon people because they have a happiness level of 4, whereas everybody else has less than that. So lemon people will go first next round. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I also hope that you will join me next time as we continue to play round 2 of Clash of Cultures. See you then.